guys, it's Tracy from Nova Scotia Living, and today I'm going to make some drop biscuits. There's so many great biscuits out there, but this is a go-to. It's so simple, doesn't take many ingredients, and I just want to whip up some biscuits to go with some strawberry shortcake I want to throw together for when the kids get home from day camp today, and my husband, it's his last day of work for the summer. It'll just be a nice treat. I thought I'd set up like a little tea party outside. And what better to go with a tea party is some homemade strawberry shortcake. So let's get started. I'll just quickly go over the ingredients. I'm doing a double recipe, but for a single recipe, you would just double the ingredients I'm telling you. So 4 cups of flour, 5 teaspoons of baking powder, a teaspoon and a half of salt. I have it mixed in there with the baking powder. 2/3 cup of butter, and 2 cups of milk. But like I say, I'm doubling the recipe. And that's it. That's it. Now, I know you can make sweeter biscuits and all that stuff, but I just want to get this done and over with. And my kids like this. And this kind of biscuit can be used for strawberry shortcake. It could be used with soups or stews, or just having a biscuit with a cup of tea with some homemade jelly or jam or store-bought, whatever you got. I got some homemade canned apple butter down in the basement. I think I'll bring some of that up because that'd be delicious tomorrow morning for breakfast. So let's get started. First, I'm going to add the wet ingredients. So I'm going to add the 2 cups of milk. Let me grab a spatula here. And add the butter. Yesterday on my way home from dropping the kids off at day camp, there's vans and vehicles all over the town selling wild strawberries or strawberries that they harvested themselves. Most people sell them for $3 a quart. I found one place that was selling it for $2.50 a quart, and I was like, rock on. I ended up buying 6 quarts because that's all the cash I had on me. And I was hoping that they'd be there today because I'd buy a flat. So I'm going to look every morning I go in, because if they're there again, I'm buying a flat and freezing some. But let's turn this on. I'm jabbering. We'll lift this up. Oh, let's see here. Ooh. That's just on low. I suppose I'd better add a little bit of dry ingredients in there. So I'm going to start adding some of the flour. About half of it. Mix that up, and then I'll keep going. That's the baking powder and salt. Seems like a lot of baking powder, but for biscuits, you need more baking powder than you would, say, for a cookie. It's just the type of dough that you need for this. And I added everything. That's it, guys. I just want to make sure that the raw flour is coated, or wet. And what I'm looking for, this is going to be a bit sticky, is dough that you could stick together. Like it's not crumbly. Crumbly is good for some biscuits, but these ones, that's kind of how I want it. Because this is a drop biscuit. I'm just going to scoop it up and drop it. It's not going to be uniform. It's going to look rustic. And I honestly like the rusted look. You don't want to overwork this kind of dough too much either, because it will get tough. And you don't want a tough biscuit. Let me just... Oh, my kids were eating strawberries this morning before they went to camp. And there's fruit flies in here because I got to get rid of the greens. Do any of you guys have a fruit fly problem? I need to rig up one of those vinegar bottles to try to catch them. So I'll bring you over to the table and we'll start dropping these. Drop it like it's hot. Okay, this is going to be a really sticky dough, guys. And I'm just going to try to do it with my ice cream scooper or muffin scooper. I use it more for muffins and cookies than I do for ice cream. But I'm going to grab a big old bunch. And this is ungreased. That's just one of those silicone baking pads. And this is going to make quite a few biscuits. But I'd rather have more than not enough. I'd rather have leftovers than not have enough, because I can use this for more than just strawberry shortcake today. So, you see how they're kind of, I don't even want to say disfigured. I think they're beautiful just the way they are. Yeah, these are going to bake in a 450 degree oven, which I have preheating right now, for about 10 minutes. Just until they get a little golden brown. You don't want them like burnt or anything. Well, of course you wouldn't want them burnt. But I could feel, if you're familiar with bacon, you could feel the consistency change with all that baking powder in there. Kind of puffs it up, almost like a yeast, but it's not a yeast. It's like a, well, it's like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's doing its job. So these are even going to get a little bigger. Now, yeah, with cookies I could probably get 3 in a row, but these are big biscuits. Big Bertha biscuits. So, woo, looking good. I need to get a few more pans out. So I'm going to stick these in the oven when that buzzer goes off. It's still 4 minutes to preheat. And I'll bring you back when I take them out of the oven. While I'm doing that, I'm going to fill up some more pans. Alright guys, the first pan's out of the oven. I ended up having it in there for about 12-13 minutes. I put the timer for 5 minutes, rotated the pan around and put it in for another 5 minutes, but it still wasn't quite the color I wanted, so I put it in for another couple minutes. And I'm just going to leave it on the pan for about 5 minutes, and then I'll take them off and put them directly on the cooling rack. There's another pan in the oven, and I still got some dough in the bowl. So I'll bring you back when it's time to work with the strawberries. So Mally just got home from day camp and cut up all the strawberries for me. So we're just going to add a little sugar to it.
Just tell me when to stop.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of strawberries in there. It's hard to tell by the bowl, but there's quite a bit.
I hate how there's chunks and it blocks up.
Yeah. I'd say about maybe not quite a 1/4 cup of sugar for 2 quarts of strawberries. Okay, that's good. We'll get a spoon, Mally, and give it a stir. And then just while we're making supper, the buns or the biscuits are over there, all nice and cool now. I'd throw a little bit more sugar on top of that, Mally. Alright, that's good. Give it another little stir. I could add a little splash of lemon juice to this, but I think I'll just cover it and put it in the fridge and let it do its thing for now. So when it's time to come back after supper, we'll throw together a strawberry shortcake. Alright, Mally can't wait to have a strawberry shortcake. She already ate her supper first. So, let's get one together.
So I got a big spoon.
Okay.
Strawberry.
So,
I'll grab a bun.
can you get I'll use this one. Yeah, is that the bun you want? Get my phone over there so we can take a picture of the inside of this bun, because I know our camera isn't gonna, I don't know, can you see me? Oh yeah, you can kind of see me. Oh, it looks good. It's kind of crumbly a little bit, the top of it, but that's okay. So what I do, we bought this Cool Whip. It was 50% off. I like to get the kind that we make ourselves, but don't go overboard, Mally. Okay. And then put a spoonful of the strawberries. A little more if you want some more. Alright. Now put the top of your we got to make sure that you put a strawberry on top. Okay. strawberry shortcake. Dig in, guys. Mally will do a quick little taste test for us.
What should I use? A spoon?
Whatever you want to use, a spoon or a fork. How was it? Thumbs up. There you have it. Alright guys, thanks so much for joining us today, and this is how we make strawberry shortcake in the Maritimes. Peace, love, and happiness.
Bye guys.
Bye.